Remember these westerns? Let's take a look at some little or less known westerns that somehow have been forgotten in time and collecting dust. Reach into the back of the cupboard and dust off some of those lost gems, clearly not entirely forgotten. The Western, followed by viewers of all generations, depicts adventures in the Old West and the challenges of frontier life, one of the most loved of all genres. If you enjoy this video, hit the notification button to get my new videos. If you want to check out my many other videos, head over to my channel. The link is in the description. Please take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel as well. I appreciate it. Let's get started. Major Dundee, 1965, one of director Sam Peckinpah's earliest films, follows a Union major's struggle to maintain control over a prison fort full of Confederate prisoners of war and deserters at the end of the Civil War. Things are complicated for the Major when Apaches attack the fort and kidnap a group of children, forcing him to create a posse out of the criminals he has been guarding, head out on a rescue mission. One of Sam Peckinpah's least personal works, still explores themes typical of his later roles, including his brand of melancholic machismo. Charlton Heston leads the ensemble cast, which includes Richard Harris, Ben Johnson, Jim Hutton and James Coburn.
Dundee, a legend that sweeps across the screen in the blazing battle fire of man-to-man conflict.
"100 Rifles", 1969, an action western about a thief, Burt Reynolds, whose attempt to rob a bank ends in a run to Mexico with the tough sheriff, played by Jim Brown, in hot pursuit. Once in Mexico, they find themselves in the center of a war between the Mexican government and the Yaqui Indian tribe. Things heat up more when a tenacious freedom fighter, played by Raquel Welch, becomes romantically involved with the sheriff. Easily one of Welch's best films. 100 Rifles is heart-pumping action. If you haven't seen it, take a look.
Jim Brown and Raquel Welch, two of the hottest stars today.
I'm sorry you got mixed up in this.
You ain't half as sorry as me.
They destroy an army.
Django the Bastard, 1969, one of the unauthorized Django sequels following Sergio Corbucci's 1966 masterpiece, Django. The Bastard is an underrated spaghetti western by Sergio Garone about a Union soldier, Anthony Stephan, thought dead, hunting men who betrayed him during the Civil War, notable for its eerie atmosphere, which is uncharacteristic of a western. It was said, there's some good style to this movie, and some excellent cinematography, presented in an almost supernatural and sinister style. The film doesn't rise quite as high as the original. It, however, creates an interesting horror-western combination that should be seen. The Long Riders, 1980, one of cult director Walter Hill's best. The Long Riders, a late-era western about the notorious outlaw Jesse James and his gang. This somewhat unknown film features an unusual cast made up of brothers playing brothers. James and Stacy Keach as the James brothers, David, Keith and Robert Carradine as the younger brothers, Dennis and Randy Quaid as the Miller brothers, and Christopher and Nicholas Guest as the Ford brothers. An exciting western full of tense action, delivered by one of the most underappreciated action directors of all time.
I think I'll write me a book. Make myself even more famous than I am.
You ever been in love? Excuse me, miss. I was wondering if you cared to dance.
I'd be delighted.
Coming back for you.
We're gonna be meeting up real soon.
Jim and Bob Younger. James and Stacy Keach as Jesse and Frank James. Dennis and Randy Quaid as Clell and Ed Miller. Christopher and Nicholas Guest as the Ford brothers.
If you're enjoying this video, you may like this one also. Go to my channel, just follow the link in the description to find hundreds of videos. Now, let's get back to the video. Ride Lonesome, 1959, a classic Randolph Scott Western about a bounty hunter traversing the West to California with a prisoner. Directed by Bud Boticher, the film is action-packed and beautiful. The acting is wonderful all around, as well as Scott and Western icon Lee Van Cleef. The cast is rounded out by James Coburn in his film debut. All of the following would later star or guest star in Bonanza: Karen Steele, Pernell Roberts, James Best, Lee Van Cleef, and James Coburn.
What am I supposed to do? Walk. I don't think so. You let me go. You don't, I swear.
There's any way of getting Billy from you, aside from going over you.
Go right out from Billy.
Don't let him do it, Frank.
I done you enough, Brigade. Don't make me kill you.
Stop me!
$10,000 for a Massacre, 1967. Directed by Romolo Guerrieri, starring Gary Hudson, Loredana Nuskiak, and Fernando Sancho. $10,000 for a Massacre, an underrated spaghetti western about a bounty hunter who winds up working with a criminal to increase the payout. Its unique theme is enhanced by the film's weird humor, gritty atmosphere, and a ton of stylized action. The gunfights and intense duels are some of the best of the genre. The score is a classic, yet another Django sequel, and essential viewing for fans of the genre.
Hold out of me!
My Name is Nobody, 1973, directed by Tonino Valeri, based on a Sergio Leone plot. My Name is Nobody features Terence Hill as a young, incredibly talented gunfighter who manipulates the aging and renowned gunslinger Jack Beauregard, Henry Fonda, in an epic showdown with the Wild Bunch, a gang of 150 criminals. Besides memorable performances, listen for the beautiful Ennio Morricone theme that samples Wagner's Ride of the Valkyries.
So, but a man's got to quit sometime.
Someone like you got to go out with style. The secret of a long life is to try not to shorten it.
Know the rules? Gotta hit the glass before it hits the floor.
Shows like you never seem to catch on. It's a matter of time before...
Which means you ain't going nowhere. Staying here with your Indian friends for good.
Since I was a boy, I always dreamed of you like that. The next one might hit a couple of inches lower.
Who are you, anyway?
Me? Nobody.
Four of the Apocalypse, 1975. Director Lucio Fulci is better known to Italian cinema buffs as the king of whodunit and gory cult horror. His Four of the Apocalypse is a grim take on the spaghetti west and considered one of his best films, following four convicts who try to make their way through the West, while the law and a sadistic killer hunt them. The film is shocking, humorous and humanist in its portrayal of four browbeaten thieves who form a substitute family in the Wild West. If you're a spaghetti western fan, do yourself a favor and check it out.
Their trail crosses with that of another outcast,
Chaco, a professional killer.
You see how Chaco shoots?
This is the second time, I swear it.
Someday I'm gonna kill you! I could kill you right now, but I won't, because I want you to die slow.
You can't ever tell. Take it. If you don't need it, keep it as a souvenir.
Ulzana's Raid, 1972, yet another underrated western about a group of US cavalry on the hunt for a dangerous Apache warrior and his war party. The group is led by a gruff tracker named Macintosh, played by Burt Lancaster, one of his better roles, who has a deep respect for his enemy. Also starring is Bruce Davison, playing a young lieutenant who wants nothing more than to destroy every last vestige of the Native American peoples on the frontier. A strong allegory of the futility of war, and unflinching in its portrayal of the brutal and hateful actions of men pushed over their limits. Ulzana's vision of American military engagement with a violent culture in an alien landscape is unsettlingly relevant. Ulzana's Raid is a truly prescient and important western that should be far better known than it presently is.
Why do you suppose they spared Mrs. Reardon?
Maybe they thought she was dead. What do you think Ulzana's intentions are?
Their probable intention is to burn, maim, torture, and murder.
Where will he fight us?
You don't mean to fight you no place, Lieutenant. He only means to kill you.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate your likes and subscribers. Hit the notification button to get my new videos. Take a look at my channel and check out my Facebook page. The links are in the description. I am Wrangler. Bye for now. See you again soon.
Interesting facts about famous people.